Hey, it's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Anthony of Anthony's Fishy Friends has popped in and out. Life is good. What's going on, crew? How y'all doing? How's your week? I have been busier than I know what to do with over the past week. And I don't know about you guys, just really, really busy. So that's been fun and strong. Let's see. Wednesday, our corporate leadership was in town. Thursday, there was an event I went and attended until 6 o'clock, and I get up at 3 a.m. every day. So I essentially I was going from 3 a.m. till 6 p.m. because I got home, played with Maggie, and did stuff with the dog and did that. Then, if that wasn't enough for you, I yesterday was going to be sort of my day to hang out and watch the Ancient Aliens, which is sort of my want on a Friday. And that didn't work so well, primarily because I got an invite and I really needed to attend it. Really needed to attend the thing. So there you go. And, there you go, all the way to getting things going. What's going on with you? You guys doing well? Doing well in the hood? It's kind of a rainy and dank day in beautiful Joplin, Mo. When I'm done, I had to attend a funeral or memorial service for a police officer that was gunned down the line of duty a year ago. They were doing a 1 year remembrance. And today, so I've been running all day today, and I got to spend time with Maggie. So when I'm done with you guys, I got to take my company car back to the office. Then I have to go to PetSmart to get treats for Maggie. So there you go. What's going on in your fish room? All's good here. I've got stuff to get done, as we all do. Again, my day is all about, when I get done with speaking with you, running one more errand, I'm done for the rest of the day. I'm here in the home. I'm hanging out, enjoying Nectar of the Gods, Diet Dr. Pepper, and going from there. It's being one of my buddies who's not a fish keeper. He goes, I was explaining the guppy thing to him. He goes, "You're a guppy pimp." He's not wrong. So there you go. Just been I get my mail at a third. Hey, by the way, thank you very much for the thumbs up. Appreciate that when I get those. Helps the channel. So I had stuff delivered on Monday, or actually it was delivered on last Saturday. I haven't been by my mailbox to pick it up, but I'm not out of it yet. I had baby brine shrimp eggs arrive, and I still have some left. And but if you don't order it in advance, I swear to you, it takes forever to get here. The man who is secretly building a life size Stonehenge in his backyard. Yeah, I love Stonehenge. And I also love the Easter Island. What do they call those statues on Easter Island? They're called Mogies or Mohais, or what are they called? Hey, what's up, Melvin? Doug, Melvin, Anthony popped in and out. Yeah. Life is good. Yeah, it's I have been so busy. This morning I was going to try to get to work a little bit earlier. We're doing a big project at the office. It's like a several hour thing to do. And my goal this morning was to be there about 5:30, and leave about 8:30 because I had to go to the funeral, and I didn't get to the office till about 6:30. Yeah, life was good. Life was good all the way around. See, what other things can I share with you guys? Just been busy with the fish, busy with the pooch, busy with everything. It When this project is done, I'll be real happy, and so then I'll be done. So uh, let's see. The fish thing, it just as it always busy. There you go, Doug. The Filipinas are after you. I have an aunt that's a Filipina, and one of my mom's oldest brother, his widow, uh, is a Filipina. She was born in Watsonville, California, and she's a wonderful, lovely lady that we love very much in my family. She's tremendous, and and just a neat lady all the way around. It's a wonderful culture. I'll tell you what is that the more you learn about different cultures around the world, some of them you may not get, but they all are in many ways very beautiful. So I've always appreciated that. And even the French. And so there you go. And yes, I am a French American. So I can uh, I can state that for you. I can make that joke. And that's the most important thing that you can do is crack a joke. Since I'm no longer in Arkansas and I'm in Southwest Missouri, I'm starting up the Southwest Missouri Aquarium Crew group. I actually just opened it up not that long ago. The SWMO Aquarium Crew. I like the word crew, it's strong. It's a strong thing all the way around. It's one of the reasons I was away for a few weeks, I had a lady friend in town, and we've decided not to see each other anymore. So hey, my passport though is due to be updated. Maybe it's me going to the Philippines and meeting a nice lady. I don't know. I don't know. It's part of me is now I want to say something kind of weird. This guy's not a fish guy, so we're in pretty good shape. So, buddy of mine, I used to work with him. Really a good guy. Really good guy all the way around. He married for 20 some years, and his wife got the cancer and passed away. And about a year and a half ago, well, he's already engaged to get married. And I'm going, dude, way too quick. Mike's Aquatics and Things. How's Kansas doing? I was in Kansas. I took a wrong turn. I was at the place that is the for Kansas Oklahoma and Missouri all meet. It's the three corners. Not quite as celebrated as the four corners between Colorado, Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico, but really strong. Yeah, it's kind of rainy and dank in beautiful Joplin, Mo. It is. It's gonna be that way here for the next few days. Then it's gonna warm up. So I'm all in. I am all in on things warming up. It's yeah, it has been a dank sort of deal. With all respect to Dank Tanks, is that Dank Tanks? Is he still around? Or she? Sometimes I just don't know. Yeah, it's like 48 degrees in Joplin right now. And supposedly it's going to start raining here later on today. And I'm hoping it really doesn't hit until like it's my bedtime. And it's not like heavy rain. It's that, it's that real light rain. I'd rather have that, 2 hours of real heavy rain and then dry off and sun up. When I lived in San Antonio is kind of a different deal because in Houston, obviously they get hurricanes and it's very humid, tropical type weather. In Dallas, they get the thunderstorms and tornadoes, stuff like that. In San Antonio, you don't. It's almost like a desert climate. So all of a sudden you get the downpour of rain, especially in June. Like it's a beautiful sunny day, and all of a sudden, boom, you get dumped on by a ton of rain in a very short period of time. And then it suns up and dries off pretty quick. But it's more of a desert climate, and there's that certain types of year where you get that. And here, we just need to get that done. Need to get that rolling. And which is a strong thing to do. My yeah, it's part of me thinks that it's part of it's kind of an important thing to get done. It's just to get all that stuff organized and be focused. I was sort of at my office, they do not allow us to take vacation from about April 1 till the end of June. And part of me, and I have this big project right now, so I really sort of have to get that done. And once that's done, but I'm really not going to have any time to take a few days away because I got junk to do here at the office. I've got a lot of stuff to do here at the office. Not the office, the home. God help us. Let's see here. In Guppy Pimpville, this generation, and I'll have to do a video around this. I've got to organize some stuff first. Of my California Reds, I seemed on this generation, I'm only getting double swords. California Reds was a happy accident that I did where all of a sudden I had a male swordtail guppy get in with some roebuck red females. And I'm getting delta tails and swords in every drop. The deal is is that now I am getting, uh, this generation getting the Delta tails, or I'm getting double swords, which is, which again, the genetics of guppies is, kind of an interesting thing to go. I will tell you, I did a cross. I'm several generations in, and I'm gonna end up gifting them to one of my LFSs. I have never gotten any swords with it, even though swords are part of the deal. I may keep one or two tanks up of this, but I may just leave a couple of females in it and drop a male sword in each one and see what happens. So there you go. It's now this is bothering me. Doug Gray, what is the name of uh uh the statues on Easter Island? I'm now going to Wikipedia. It's driving me nuts. And I didn't realize Easter Island, even though it's far away from Chile, is part of Chile. And let's see here. Moai. Moai. And just the on this island, these big, huge statues. And pretty fascinating stuff. David Childress. David Childress very well could have carved them in an earlier life. So there you go. So my glasses, these are old glasses because Maggie broke some. He thought the statues are all named Bob after Bob Kaler. Yeah, you see, there you go. How's Kaler doing? I could text him and say, how are you doing? And maybe I should. And and yeah, he's on a worldwide Elvis impersonator tour. You see, you know what the difference is between an impressionist and an impersonator? An impressionist, goes out and does, looks like Elvis and sounds like Elvis, tries talks to Elvis. An impersonator, and this is of course what Bob Kaler is, he not only dresses up and sounds and looks like Elvis, he also assumes his identity. And I understand that Kaler was kicked out 5 times out of Lisa Marie Presley's funeral. So there you go. He kept on saying, I'm Elvis. I'm Elvis. And they said, yeah, no, you're not. Don't look anything like the king. And then he said, do a DNA test with Lisa Marie. She's dead. That's what happened. So they went. The one thing I have to do is I have to get guppies up on Aquabid. I have not done that in a while. I normally stop. Biggies, what's up? What's up, man? I normally stop right, about first week of November. I usually pick up February, March. So there you go. Kayla redid his entire home in the jungle room motif. Yeah, you see. So I went through a period when in my 20s of hanging out with a lot of nurses. I was on a nurse run. And so my nurse run, uh, I was hanging out with one of them a lot. And I probably should have pursued her instead of the other woman I ended up pursuing. Both blondes, both good looking, one not so stable. So this one I think was pretty stable. So, but you never know. Could have been crazier. You should date a Filipina nurse. So it's and so this gal liked to go to estate sales, where people died and they're trying to sell everything off. And this is in suburban Minneapolis. We were going in, and I needed to get something. I actually have it, still have it. I have the world's ugliest dresser that I got at an estate sale, but it's really solid, and I've moved it all over the country. It's moved coast to coast twice. It's moved north to south. It's ugly as hell, but it is solid as a rock. So here's the deal with it. They go in, and we go into this thing on Lake Minnetonka. Lake Minnetonka, if you've seen the movie Purple Rain, Prince jokes about the healing waters of Lake Minnetonka. Lake Minnetonka is huge. And I've heard it said it has as much coast, as much shoreline as the California has coastline with the Pacific Ocean. It's a huge lake. A lot of inlets. Is like several lakes that are connected just by nature over time, and it's a beautiful place. And let me just tell you, no cheap houses on Lake Minnetonka. All right. So I don't know if there are snakeheads in it. That's a good question. I don't know. So we hit an estate sale in kind of a nice area at that time. This is, 25 years ago, actually longer than that, 30 years ago, in Lake Minnetonka, and it's an area they call Tonka Bay. We go into this home, and it was set up like an Elvis home. It and realize it's probably 1994. Yeah, so it's like 93. So it really was 30 years ago right now. It was definitely 1993. So I'm at this thing going, we go into this house, and on the outside, it was gorgeous. Absolutely the most gorgeous home you saw right on the shoreline of Lake Minnetonka. Beautiful. So go in, and every room is completely different, including a green shag room. Had the green shag, like 1970s motif. And again, I was looking for a dresser, and all the furniture was really expensive furniture that I couldn't afford, even at dead people prices. Well, they were selling in this thing. These people must have been big travelers, because they had the shot glasses of the world. shot glasses from Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, Central America. I mean, I should have counted up the countries because it was huge. Absolutely unbelievably huge. And it really was kind of like an Elvis deal because every room was just completely different. And a lot of times when you go and you look at, you know, expensive and nice homes, and Lord knows mine ain't one of them. Every room is sort of the same, is based on the same theme, same colors, same same furniture type of feel. And this thing was, it was like Elvis Presley's deal. It was it was something. Yeah, I missed out on that girl. That was a good girl. And so I dated a gal for about a year and a half. And by the time that blew up, that girl was in a relationship getting married. So there you go. And yeah, so that's a lot of stuff going on in the world, everybody. So it's fish stuff, getting that all done and getting that in place. It's a pre-dramatic deal. All of us have a lot of stuff to get done with our fish, right? It is just you go through this time of year. So generally, I go in and I do my fish shipping. I start around now, and tomorrow I need a day off just to do junk around the house with the fish, and I'm not going to get it. I've got to go and get stuff done. It's just and by the way, it's great to be really busy, but yeah, it's not that good. And I have had a total. I took a couple of days away from the office, took a long weekend, but essentially all I was doing is driving. So, and so I really haven't had that chill out. And we all need chill out time. We all need those moments where we're doing as little as humanly possible, because it allows us to refresh and go from there. So it's and unfortunately, at least through this next weekend. By the way, next weekend, gang, I may not be here. I think it's depending on how much I've gotten done with this project. And if I'm close to getting it done, I will go out and make that happen. I will go out and get that thing done. Yeah, it's sort of like Stonehenge. Sort of like it. In the office, we're doing a complete changeover of stuff. And it's just a lot of computer work, a lot of stuff, and I have to make the change at the same time. I have a lot of the stuff, I have to go and format stuff, do the software stuff. It's a lot. But it's fun. It's not like I dislike doing it. It's just a lot of work. And I just haven't had time. And for whatever reason, there's a lot of stuff going on. Hey, Chattanooga Ed, in the house. How are you doing? How about those Chiefs? How about those Cardinals? I'm under the impression that Cardinals fans believe that if they're not in the World Series this year, it's a failure. And they have a really good team. But to be thinking World Series at this point, you have to see how they play. And I will tell you, with baseball, they changed this thing where they have a time count on the pitches. It's really going to change the game. It is really going to change the game. Peplin Creek Aquatics, how you doing? How you doing? It's a strong thing to do. Yeah, just go out and do that. And get everything in place. So it's maybe on my way back from running to the office here. I have to do that here in about a half hour. I'll pick up my brine shrimp eggs, which has been sitting at my mailbox since Saturday, and pick up a lot of that junk. Yeah, Doug, you're exactly right. Yeah, Chattanooga Ed, you're right. I will tell you is that these organizations that get it going. One of them being, of course, the Chiefs right now have been really good, but the Chiefs are as good as I just think they have a great coach, and they have great stuff. But in the NFL, it really doesn't. The Patriots are a freak of nature. It doesn't last that long. Yeah, I'll tell you that this. I lived in New York for about 7 years, and the company I worked for, my boss had an executive with the Yankees he was really close buddies with. They had both worked for the Dodgers organization together. And so we got season tickets to the Yankees. And they were unbelievable seats, 25 rows behind home plate. Gorgeous. Now, as much as you want to think about Yankees fans and Yankees as being obnoxious, uh, they're not that obnoxious. Now, the difference between the Mets and the Yankees fans, there's a certain thing with Mets fans where they are completely in love with losing. And I remember asking when I had a couple of employees that were Mets fans. And I kept saying, well, why are you a Mets fan instead of a Yankees fan? Mets never win. Yankees are always in the hunt. It's better uniforms, nicer stadium. What's not to like? And without fail, they all said that gave me the same answer. It's just too easy. Too easy to cheer for the Mets or for the Yankees. I said, so you perpetually want to be miserable. Yes. There you go. And Andy Reid, is a very good coach. Not a great father, good coach. He's had a couple of clinker kids. Yeah. It's so you go and you look at that, but it's any organization, by the way. When you look at sports, it really is sort of like a dramatization of business life. Because there are businesses that are killing it. All of a sudden, one of those businesses, falls apart or makes bad decisions. Kodak Film, famous. And if you look at anything, and we can use this in our fish hobby as well. While a lot of the technology and a lot of the stuff is relatively consistent, the knowledge and innovation, and especially if you're somebody who who likes to breed fish as much as you like just keeping nice aquariums, the technology of how that gets done, of how to pick breeders, of all that sort of stuff, always sort of moves around a little bit, everybody. So there you go. You've probably been to more Cardinals games than Royals games. This fall, this is like August, September. I have not been to either. And my dog is going to be away. Maggie will be away. And I'm going to go do both of them. I'm going to go see the Cardinals. I'm going to go see the Royals. And I love going to baseball parks, by the way. There's now there's some of these people who've been to every major league park. That's not me. But I have been to a fair share of them. I've been to a lot of NFL places. I haven't been to Arrowhead, but I've been to I've seen baseball, Oakland, AT&T, Turner Field, which is now gone. I haven't been to the new one in Atlanta because I haven't been to Atlanta since that opened. Mets, Yankees, Brewers, Twins, both two of their three stadiums of their history. I haven't been to the new one. If I drive Maggie up to Minnesota, because that's where she's having her puppies with her breeder, I'm going to try to arrange that I go to a Twins game and in August. Aquatic Moose, what's up? Again, I haven't been to a couple of these. A new Yankee Stadium. I was there for like a year or so with the old Yankee Stadium, and it kicked myself that I didn't go. The new Yankee Stadium is a shrine to baseball. Absolutely gorgeous. It's now I'll give you my one criticism of it is that a lot of the newer stadiums, you feel like you're even if it's full, you feel relatively close to the action. At at Yankee Stadium, you do not. But there are very few obstructed view seats in there. You can pretty much go through there. Old Yankee Stadium is the only one you've ever been to. The new Mets Stadium is not bad. The Wilpons were in the middle of building it when all of a sudden something happened called Bernie Madoff. And the Wilpons, who owned Fanotsky, who owned the Mets for a long time. Rumor is that they lost between $300 and $700 million because they had it all with Bernie Madoff. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes those are the best seats. It's being out there with the proletariat, and I had been to the Old Turner a lot because the company I worked for did business with the Yankees or with the Atlanta Braves, and I was there 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 games, different years. And not living in Atlanta, I was always lived a few hours away. I was getting there weekend. My best seats is that it was the first anniversary with my now ex-wife. We went down and stayed in Buckhead in Atlanta. And we went to 2 games. And we went on a Saturday at noon, and they had us seated right behind home plate. It was unbelievable. It was really nice. It's being able to go and be a part of something like that is pretty doggone awesome. Pretty doggone awesome all the way around. And oh no, sad state of affairs. Bud Grant passed away. Yeah, he was 95 or 96. Yeah. That's a sad thing. Sad thing all the way around. Kind of a buzzkill. Now, a couple of times I have gotten into, when I was in New York, the company that I worked for, one of the big clients, and a client, I mean, that spent like $25,000 a month with us, they wanted to go to see a Mets game. And it was in their new stadium. And it was that first year it was open. And it was in April. Let me just tell you something. It was really not a pleasant day out. It was like in the 40s. Kind of, it wasn't raining. It was kind of like, a little bit of light rain. And and it was light rain, and they had, I forget what they called their all you can eat food area to eat, but we had stuff into it because it was, my boss was unable to go with the client, so that he sent me, and it was great. It was a good time. And I ate in the Audi Club once, which was uh and I don't know what they call it now. I don't know what they call it. I think it's called the Champions Club at Busch Stadium, where where the Cardinals play. And I'd like to get up there and be a part of that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. No beer because three high school kids with you. Yep. So yeah, it's kind of you go out and do those things. Again, it's just watching the game in person. The one thing I would love to do at some point is go to the Final Four of March Madness, and that would be. I have a thing where I have a picture of being with Bud Grant, by the way, and but you're 95 years old. It you are you've had a pretty good run. You ate something between every inning. Yeah, it when I was a younger man, I enjoyed myself some some eating. I liked eating. All in. All eat, all good. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I do not have any new strains. I'm working on this. By the way, Ed, this California Red strain. I'm now in this generation. I've got to put together once I get the new breeders set up. I'm now getting double swords with them. This is like Generation 6, and they come from single sword, and Yeah, it's real interesting. Guppy genetics, by the way, gang, is much more it's an interesting thing to go around. Obviously, I don't know as much as Doug Gray, who's always trying crosses, always trying new things. It's you know, it's a much more difficult thing, to keep track of. Much more difficult thing to keep track of. So that's just as as a thing just to watch through. All right, gang, I have to run an errand and get stuff done. Reach out to me, Ed. I will talk to you about the California Reds. I think you would like them. All right, gang, I got to run. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later on.